Hello everyone and welcome if you're new. This is Lachlan Howard for Amusement Tomorrow News Network, recapping all the news about Disney's theme parks around the world at the end of every month and keeping you informed. For day-by-day updates, follow me on Instagram at Amusement Tomorrow and check my daily stories, as well as like and share the photography posts you will see on there. You can also DM me on there if you have any questions or would like me to further elaborate on a topic. Also, like and share this video and subscribe to my channel to never miss an upload. This monthly recap will tell you everything you might have missed regarding Disney's theme parks in January of 2022. As the clock struck 12 in the new year, standby passes are the new craze at Tokyo Disney Resort. These passes give you a window of time to get in line, kind of like the virtual queue here in the States. The most popular attractions at Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea receive this queue entry system. There is currently no limit to the number of standby passes you can obtain in a day. However, you can only enter the scheduled attraction at your given time and cannot book another one for, as I understand from a sloppy Google translation, 1 hour. Further questions you may have are linked in the description from Tokyo Disney's website. I'm really intrigued by this system, but also a little confused by it. Same with Genie Plus though, so... On January 2nd, Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park opened after nearly 2 years of closure. This park was kind of neglected during 2020 and 21 as images surfaced of the park in an eerie state. This reopening also featured some new stacks for guests to enjoy, as well as the return of the classic Hey Hey Cone, which diehards dearly missed. During the winter months, Disney's water parks aren't always open due to low temperature weather. This was seen the day after opening on January 3rd when the park was closed. If you're planning a trip to these water parks in February, make sure to check your favorite weather app before choosing a date. Also, if you are going to Typhoon Lagoon by bus, your trip got a little more complicated. From now till the foreseeable future, Disney Springs will be the bus transfer that you'll have to make to get to Typhoon Lagoon. Seemingly all direct buses from your resort to the water park have ended service, but you can still get there. Again, you have to go to Disney Springs first and then transfer to your Typhoon Lagoon bus. This change doesn't make it any easier to get to the water park, and depending on your situation, a rideshare service, rental car, or your own car may make it easier to get to Typhoon Lagoon. Disney's Enchantment Fireworks Show at the Magic Kingdom will be getting a new start time on March 13th, moving from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yes, just 1 hour later, and in 2 months, but I assume this change is just for daylight savings sake, but it's still news if you're planning a trip to Magic Kingdom around spring break. Expedition Everest officially closed for its first long-term refurbishment since opening, and while this closure is reportedly not fixing the infamous broken Yeti animatronic, one can only hope. Expedition Everest will be closed till mid-April as no exact date has been given yet. In Epcot, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure has closed down its virtual queue system. Personally, I really enjoy the virtual queue system that Disney has utilized on its newest attractions in recent years, but the wait time since the drop hasn't been too excessive. Note that if you have any sort of extra magic hours, this ride will have a significantly shorter wait than it will throughout the rest of the day. To get to the ride extra quickly, in the morning, use that entrance by World Showcase from the Epcot Hollywood Studios hotels as it will enter you straight into the France Pavilion. After reopening just a few months ago, Disneyland announced that this iconic transportation system would be closed on February 14th for an extended period of time as the former AMC Theater building is demolished at Downtown Disney. People were worried that this would mean the attraction would close forever, as the monorails just started back up again in October, but no need to worry. Disneyland loves their timeless classic transportation system, and I don't see the monorail going anywhere for quite a while. The Disneyland monorail system will be returning quickly on March 6th. Hong Kong Disneyland closed yet again this month due to rapidly increasing COVID infection rates. This closure has recently been extended until February 17th, and special handling of ticket and hotel booking was provided, with stays and ticket dates extended for guests booked over the closure period. The resort hotels will remain open with an adjusted level of services, and service at restaurants and recreation facilities and hotels will be adjusted according to the developing regulations in Hong Kong. I really hope this resort can fully reopen, as it is currently scheduled to. The day that I left Walt Disney World, January 6th, was the first day of Run Disney weekend at the resort. The races went from the 6th to the 8th, and these races take place very often with many people cheering their loved ones along as they go. As one does for a 5K or other type of running race, people make signs to cheer the runners on. One particular sign caught the eye of the people on social media. The sign said, and I quote, "You run Disney better than Chapek," end quote. Disney's Magical Express has officially ended service from Orlando's MCO airport after its long 16-year run. Nearly 3 million people rode these buses annually, and from personal experience, they really were magical. Guests staying at Walt Disney Resorts will now have to find another way to get to their hotel. But no fear. just cost. Mears Coaches is providing a paid service from MCO to many Disney-owned resorts. The service called Mears Connect will cost $16 each way for adults and $13.50 each way for children. Double the prices for a round-trip ride for standard services. Also, while there haven't been many updates on this since October 2021, Brightline Trains is still planning a line that will link Disney Springs to MCO in the near future. Though the Disney linkage was delayed due to COVID-19, the South Florida line has already been quite popular for its Miami routes. Prices for some lines are around $100, but I could see Disney making a deal with Brightline for their guests when the train is finally constructed. This topic will probably become a theme as these news recaps go on, as January and February are price increase months for the Disney parks. At Walt Disney World on January 10th, the price for nearly every single food and beverage item, including alcohol, went up an average of $1 to $2 full dollars. I don't know how to feel about this, as I am sure Disney won't see any sort of decrease in sales, but I have to say that these have been happening for years and no one should be surprised. Disney's not getting any cheaper, but we know this, and for anyone booking, price changes like this should be taken into account depending on how far out your trip is from the time you're planning your visit. The demand at Disney is so high at this point, sales and price aren't even seemingly connected at all. Comment your thoughts below, but to me, this news isn't absolutely detrimental. It just makes Disney look a little money hungry. No pun intended. Continuing with more food, in celebration of Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary, Disney released some new snacks and food items on January 10th. These will be available for a while, so if you're heading down anytime soon, try some of them out. Some of these include the Chilling Chamber Push Pop at Sleepy Hollow, the Orange and Almond Tart at Pinocchio Village House, Cheers to 50 Years Sundae at the Plaza, Anniversary Cinnamon Roll at Main Street Bakery, the Donald Duck Dome Cake at Gaston's Tavern, the Crooning Flowers Float at Aloha Isle, Slew Foot Sous Fish Sandwich at Golden Oak Outpost, and the Croque Monsieur Flatbread also at Pinocchio Village House. For more details on nutrition and pricing, you can check out some of the menus on the My Disney Experience app. Walt Disney's personal airplane will be getting a full refurbishment for the 2022 D23 Expo. The plane will be making its way to Anaheim for the Expo in September and will be featured in a new exhibit entitled Mickey Mouse 1, Walt's Plane, presented by Amazon. It'll be amazing to see the plane up close and personal, and be sure to check back later this year for up-close images of the mouse in its full former glory. By far the craziest piece of news out of the Disney parks this month, FIGMENT's new popcorn bucket debuted with the Festival of the Arts at Epcot on January 14th. Lines for this little guy stretched from its home at the Pop Eats booth all the way back toward Test Track and Mission Space, totaling in over 6-hour waits for some guests. The buckets were limited to a person, and it seems that everyone at the park got two for themselves. When I mean themselves, some people were reselling these on eBay for $500. This is insane considering the bucket in the park only cost $25. When you bought the bucket, it was filled with rainbow popcorn in line with the festival's rainbow themes, and of course you could get a discounted refill. This hot commodity was featured in viral TikToks and quickly became an internet meme. Now, this bucket is extremely cute, and my personal favorite bucket I've ever seen. But the overlying question is, would you wait 6 hours for this thing? As far as I know, the buckets are sold out at the moment, but I could definitely see a restock coming soon, so keep an eye out for an announcement. Did you get your hands on a little Figment bucket? Comment below. And of course, with that Figment bucket, this was the start of Epcot's Festival of the Arts, which started January 14th and will last for a few more weeks till February 21st. This Epcot Festival has so much to offer. Beautiful chalk drawings around the park and art for sale everywhere. Lots of fun photo spots that are only for a limited time, the famous paint by numbers mural, many art and cultural inspired dishes and snacks, popcorn buckets, and a brand new show on Spaceship Earth, Epcot's Beacon of Magic. Brand new to the festival this year, this stunning light show features a true classic song sung by Kermit himself, Rainbow Connection, again referencing the festival's rainbow theme. This show takes place nightly along with Harmonious, so don't worry, you will still be able to enjoy both, and this show is absolutely beautiful. A must-see if you're at the park during the Festival of the Arts. As we ring in their Lunar New Year, Disney's only theme park in China, Shanghai Disneyland, invites you to join in the celebration for the Year of the Tigger. Now till February 16th, many new food, merchandise, and entertainment options that are specifically dedicated to the Chinese New Year will encourage guests to lean into magic. Celebrations can be seen around the other open Disney parks, now till what I assume to be the middle of February. Disneyland Paris will now be requiring vaccine passports for anyone aged 16 and up. The French government announced that it will be using this vaccine pass system for leisure activities in the country, and this of course includes Disneyland Paris. Announced on January 17th, but started on January 24th, each guest of age had to present proof of double vaccination. In the event of an incomplete vaccination on the date of your visit, it is still possible to present a negative PCR or antigen test that was taken 24 hours before your visit. As this is a trend in Europe, this move was not surprising, and it will help make Disneyland Paris a safer park during this still ongoing pandemic. I don't see this policy dropping like the current COVID numbers, so just be sure to keep this in mind if you're visiting Europe's only Disney resort in the near future. These next two projects for Hollywood Studios have kind of stayed out of the news for a while, although you could quite clearly see their construction. But on January 19th, these two new offerings were confirmed for a 2022 opening date. While no specific date has actually been announced, it's very exciting to finally hear more about these projects. The new restaurant offering will see a toy-themed interior, of course, going along with the rest of Toy Story Land's theme, and Jesse's Trading Post will be the only real store in the land when it opens. No exact dates were given again, but I'd bet these open around the summer months of June, July, or August. It'll be nice to finally have some more AC in the land. Out with the old and in with the new. Say goodbye to the old brown and beige and tan, and hello to this new vibrant red and yellow Mickey or Minnie Mouse themed in-park stroller rental. This particular design debuted at Disneyland last summer, and it's nice to see them at Walt Disney World. Much better design for the kids who will be riding in them all day, and the cup holders are built in for the Main Street Bakery Starbucks that the parents pushing them will need. Kevin has officially returned to Animal Kingdom in its massive and lovable walk-around form. This fan favorite made her return from COVID with a new modified form for meet and greet. While you won't really see Kevin walking around as much, you can still get pretty up close with her. Be sure to stop by on your next visit to Animal Kingdom and say hi to Russell's big and exotic bird. I hope that Kevin is here to stay. The Xandarian starship that will stand outside of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind began installment on January 24th. With its summer opening date quickly approaching, final touches are being produced for this ride, including exterior painting and, of course, this massive ship. Pieces are quickly dropping into place as I speak, and I'm sure this thing will be completed soon. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, as this is currently the theme park, amusement park, and roller coaster project that I'm most excited about, and I will do updates frequently. It is no secret that Walt Disney World is a massive place. Something that may get overlooked by the average guest is the color of the highway signs. First conceptualized in 1989, the park uses its purple sign to make a clear distinction of its own property roadways, differing from the nationwide green and white. As new signage is created for the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel opening in March, Disney debuted its new on-property highway sign design that will take a simple blue and white form. I do think that this change looks aesthetically better, but it's a simple yet big change for the resort. Parades have ceased since COVID, but March 9th will set the date for the Festival of Fantasy Parade to make its return. It will be almost 2 years since the parade last marched through Magic Kingdom, and make sure you're there on March 9th, as this will mark the parade's 8th birthday. The iconic fire-breathing Maleficent Dragon Float will of course be returning alongside characters from your favorite Disney classics. Alongside this opening will be the return of the Frontier Hoedown Happening and the debut of Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair at Cinderella Castle on February 25th, and the Disney's Adventure Friends Cavalcade on February 11th. It's going to be so nice to see the spectacular Disney entertainment back in Magic Kingdom. As Disneyland Paris gets ready to celebrate its 30th anniversary, the characters all get a new costume to sport in the parks. These celebratory outfits will debut March 6th, with the whole resort beginning its celebration on the same day. The biggest news to come from these new outfits is Minnie's outfit in a new promotional image. The outfit is designed by Stella McCartney and is a fashion-forward polka dot pantsuit. People are upset about this for some reason. I think Minnie's outfit is very nice and cool to see. As I've gathered, this is not a permanent change. Minnie's iconic polka dot dress will still be her regular look, and the overarching in-park outfit for the anniversary will be the holographic dress. It's very weird to see people upset about the outfit a mouse is wearing. I think that this whole phenomenon needs to be put into perspective for some. Continuing on from the closure of Disney's Magical Express, on January 29th, Disney Travel Company announced a new private and direct resort transportation that will be offered as an add-on for Walt Disney World travel packages. Ground transportation can be booked up to 5 days before arrival. Both one-way and round-trip fares are available. Ground transportation will be available between Walt Disney World, Tampa International Airport, Sanford International Airport, the Orlando Amtrak Station, Kissimmee Amtrak Station, Cape Canaveral, Vero Beach, and Daytona. You can choose from exclusive vans, sedans, SUVs, and limousines, and it is unknown at this point what this service will cost, but I can predict that it will be significantly more than Mears Connect or an equivalent rental car for about 2 days. Your choice between services is completely dependent on your situation. It is definitely nice to have another option, though. Fantasmic at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World will officially be reopening this year for the first time since its COVID-19 closures in 2020. This, to me, is a top 5 attraction at the whole resort, and it's my favorite show Disney has to offer. For my past 2 trips, it has been really missed, and I can't wait to see it again on my next visit, which I hope will be around the time of its reopening. Anyways, the show has been seen some testing, but only today had images been produced of the water-based stage being filled. Not only is the moat filled, but the classic Steamboat Willie has also been rebuilt and is present backstage. Again, I just really can't wait for the show to open back up, and it's definitely the most progress we've seen. And that is everything that happened within the Disney parks in January 2022. Be sure to tune in for February's news recap on March 1st. Yes, next month, of course, for February's recap. So much happened already this year, it'll be exciting to see what February has in store. Subscribe for that and for my weekly uploads on Mondays or Tuesdays. For daily updates from Amusement Tomorrow, you can follow me on Instagram at Amusement Tomorrow. Have the best time of your life today, and a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Thank you.